I can imagine she just sending like movie poster flyers with his autographs on them back home as letters.
Merry Christmas.
Form letters. That's terrible. But I was just thinking about that. Like if I just saw a show that I just like, I'm gonna be there one day, where do I just turn to everybody and be like, I hope that works out for y'all. I found my thing. What y'all gonna do? Hope y'all be all right. No.
Right.
No. But I think yeah. No.
Like,
I mean, there's a way to do it. There's a way to do it, I'm sure.
It's been weird. Like, you know, I don't know. It's such a gig thing. You don't know what's gonna happen. You know, like tomorrow they can hate me and stop booking me. You know, like, but there is a movie that I'm in. Have you heard of Hamilton, the play?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Have you heard of the greatest play?
No, I mean like no. Because, no, watch. No, you're gonna see why I asked. Because the guy that wrote it, Lin-Manuel Miranda, wrote another play called In the Heights. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of that too. I haven't seen it, but I've heard of that one.
I've seen the
play.
Like
so many people outside of this area don't know In the Heights. Like really? I'm sorry. Yeah. And it's especially in the Latin community, because it's real Latin, but it's not Mexican. It's very Dominican, Puerto Rican, which, you know, not that there's anything wrong with that.
Okay.
You know, but,
if you say so.
I knew you were looking like that. There's nothing wrong with that.
No. Like, there really isn't. Like, it's just, it's so funny because, like, what Mexicans are to Texas, like, how they're really embedded in the culture, the food, you know, white people make tacos, like, it's a thing. Like, over here, it's Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, really, you know, and it's a whole different, like, Latin vibe, you know. It's been great. And so In the Heights, no, but like, so In the Heights, we filmed summer of 2019. It was, they filmed like 5 blocks away from where I live. I live in Washington Heights, which is like what it's about. And you know, it was a lot of background work. It was great. You know, I was able to walk the set, but I ended up getting upgraded to a principal role, and I have a whole scene.
What?
Right.
Now, how does that happen? How does someone evolve from a background actor?
Did you take somebody's camera time again?
I mean,
doing the most again.
I'm not like, it was sad that the guy passed away. But I don't get in God's way. No, I'm just kidding. No, it wasn't even like that.
It just happened.
No. Like, who am I to argue with God? Are you kidding me? Like, get out of here. No. So what happened was, like, so we were filming a scene. It was 500 extras. It was a pool sequence. Yeah, you know, and like, I'm the kind of, if I'm not the center of attention, I fade. I'm just like, and you know, they were all Dominican. They were vibing with each other, and I get it. Like, I'm Mexican, so I was on a different wavelength. But we were super cool. It's just like there's a lot of inside jokes culturally, whatever, you know. And so I was on my phone. I was just like, whatever. And like, the director was losing everybody's attention. The person who directed that is the guy that did Crazy Rich Asians, Step Up, G.I. Joe, whichever one the sequel was, whatever. So.
Is that the one?
Like, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So like, I'm on my phone. He's losing the crowd. He's trying to get their attention. He gets on a bullhorn and he's like, you know, hey, is everybody having fun? Is everything okay? And everybody's like, yeah. He's like, raise your hand if you're having fun. And you know, I'm on the phone. They raise their hand, and he's like, raise your hand if you're not having fun. And I'm like, wait, what are we doing? And I'm the only one with my hand up like an asshole. And so he looks up and he's just like, oh, what's your name? And I'm like, my name is Hugh. And he's like, is there anything we can do to help you have fun, Mr. Jones? And I'm just like, no, I'm so sorry. And he's like, and then, but then he was playful with it. And like, then like everybody caught my name and they were having fun with it. Like, Hugh, do you think you are? Hugh, you know, and bitch, I'm back to life. Now I'm like, everybody's talking about me. And I'm just like, you know what I mean? So I'm living, you know, and I'm like, it's Marvin, darling. You know, so I'm loving it. And so from there, the director knew my name. And every day after that, at first I went up to him and I was like, hey, no disrespect. I'm so sorry. He was like, no, thank you for being a good sport, whatever. But every day after that, he knew my name. It was like, good morning, Hugh. And like, being basic bitch number 23 in the bag, you know, for a director to know your name, it humanizes you. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
it really does. So,
Literally,
so
yeah.
he knew my name. So I was hanging out with my friend, Bill, beautiful motherfucker. Like, we're sitting here talking, and they're looking for somebody in this show. Man washing car is a thing. They're looking for somebody built. This man is beautiful. And I'm like, you know what? We're both going to apply. I was laughing. I was like, watch me get booked, you know, literally taking the food out of your mouth, you know? And he was like, whatever. So like the director pulled me aside one day and I had just joined the union, you know, and he was like, are you in the union? Yeah. He's like, okay, that's how they know they can use you. And then he's like, have you taken acting classes? No, of course I have. And he's like, okay, good. You know, like it's what you do. Like you rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
And so he's like, well, how do you feel about a scene? Yeah, let's do it. Whatever. They booked me for the role. It was completely improvised. I had no idea what I was doing. So, yeah, you know, I had a general idea. I was gonna be washing the car, and I was supposed to like holler at the girl coming out of the gate or whatever. I'm like, okay. I didn't know. The camera's right here. I'm washing the car. I'm trying to get my angle. How can I best be seen? Like I'm always working that camera. And so, oh fuck, right? Like what? Yo, this is the industry. Are you kidding me? Like, you know,
Camera off is all that matters.
bitch. I got in line the minute I got here. No, what's it called? So like the director starts passing by, and he's like, you know, show me what you're gonna do. And it's between me and this other guy. And the holy grail is always words. If you can get words, you're automatically getting paid $1,000 a day. You're gonna get residuals. Like it's game on. You know what I mean? So he's like, show me what you're gonna do. I look at the other guy, and he was just kind of like in his own world. I'm like, bitch, get out of my way. So I go to the director. So like, right. So like, I run over to John Chu, the director, and I'm just like, baby, wait, let me talk to you. Oh my, you know. And he was like, okay, we can use that. I'm like, okay. So like now I don't talk to females like that. Like I don't holler at girls. So like I just don't. Like, you know, y'all gonna be adults and we're gonna deal with it and it's gonna be okay. No, I'm kidding. No, so like so I in the moment I panicked and I'm asking like what kind of shit did they tell you? I don't know what to say. Like you know, so he was like, okay, we're gonna do a funny one and then we're gonna do like a skeevy one. And the funny one was like, hey, let me talk to you, baby. You know, okay. So then right. So then I do the skeevy one. I'm just like, ooh, baby, wait, let me talk to you. Ooh, just let me taste it. And he was like, whoa, too much. I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't do that. You know?
I don't know.
Like, you what? Like, okay. Like, throw a dick in there. Watch me light up. Like it's a whole other thing. Like, but like, I'm just saying. But yeah. So like, and then the thing about these movie shows, whatever, you never know if your scene is gonna get used. You can get edited at any time. So I've been really reluctant to like go out and talk about it because I learned my lesson in Hustlers with J-Lo and Cardi B and all that. I was in a strip club scene. J-Lo was stripping. Usher comes in, and I put myself like in the entourage. Like I was supposed to be in the back, but you know.
Oh my God!
Like the only reason you see me on TV is because
manager,
you did.
Is that it? Okay. Come on, higher calling. No, like no. Like if you see me on TV, it's only because I'm the one that's like, you know what I mean? Like it's like it's yeah. But
you should do a highlight reel with all of the
so like no, so that's the only reason.
I will say that highlight reel would look amazing.
Yeah.
Or that reel, it was just all background shots of you looking directly at the camera.
Right. It's so awkward. But like but yeah, like so it happened to me in Ush, like when Hustlers, when it was coming out, because I put myself in there so much, I just knew I was gonna be seen. Yo, on my Instagram, I was just very like, you know, it's been an honor to work with J-Lo and Cardi B. You know, I gave so much of myself on this set. You know, I worked like one day, like dead ass. And so like, And then it comes out and everybody's like, are you sure you were in the movie? Like, and if you pause it at the right time, I'm right there. Like, you can see me. But I learned my lesson. So like, I haven't talked about this, but I finally got confirmation that I'm visible. And the gag to this whole thing is that in the movie, my credit is man washing car. And I love it. Like, I don't care. But guess what? The rest of the world is going to want to know what man washing car is and what's he doing. Who is he? What's his backstory? Give him a spin-off.
I heard he outwashed another man's car. Like they were competing, and he washed the car better.
Cars, shoes, like, hello, like, get into it, you know? Like, but yeah, so that's so I finally have a word, because like, what's so funny is like, you have expectation and then you have reality. When I told people, oh, what do you do? I'm an actor. No, I'm an actor. No, I'm an actor. They're like, oh, anything I've seen, and it's like, oh, New Amsterdam, Pose, you name it, Law and Order, and they're like, oh, you have lines, expectation, reality. I do background. You've seen me walking back and forth, I give you ficus tree, I give you table, I'm there.
We cut to that same interview show from earlier. So, Mr. Amici, you've done a lot of illustrious work as man washing car. Based on what I've seen, like, you've washed all sorts of vehicles. And I just want to know, a lot of people want to know, how does someone get into that line of work? How does someone become man washing car? If they're a little kid right now and they see you on TV and they want to become you, what would you tell that kid?
I would say start at home. If you have a toy car, wash that toy car. Get really good at it. If your mom or your dad or your older brother has a car in the driveway, wash that car. Get really good at it. Get people's attention as you do it. If there's a car driving by the street, wash that car.
Oh my!
Throw a bucket of soapy water on it. They will stop. Wipe it down.
That is true. I have seen news stories that you're still out in the streets washing cars, even though you have such an amazing track record. You must be.
I do it for the love of car washing. I see a car, I want it to be clean. I want it to be sparkling, clean. I want to be able to eat my dinner off the roof of that car.
You take pride in your work, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You must be one of the hardest working men in Hollywood, I imagine.
I would think so, yeah.
And a lot of people want to know, how do you balance that work and that life balance? Your family? Do you even have a family? There's a lot of talk going around about whether or not you have a family and how clean they are. What would you tell those people?
I will tell them that I do have a family. I'm very ashamed of my family.
Ashamed? Mm-hmm. Why would a man of your stature be ashamed of his own family?
They drive around dirty cars. They hurt my brand, my personal brand. There's like fast food trash in the passenger seat well.
I can imagine. After a hard day washing cars and these amazing movies, you don't want to go home and wash a car. When you get home, you want to kick your feet up.
My family to take care of it, yeah. But some people just don't. They don't deserve you. You put your heart into something, and you want them to respect that, and sometimes they don't.
Well, guess who we have backstage? We have your family in their cars. Bring them on out. Bring them on out.
Here we go again.
Hey guys. Hi.
Hey.
It's my wife and my son Junior.
That's right. The passenger side is for the trash. The back seat is for the dirty laundry. Woohoo!
Whoa.
I mean, it's like you live in the car almost. There's so much stuff in here. Like,
Well, I don't know, host. I'm sorry, I forgot your name. But we used to be a functioning family. We all were in one home, and we all relied on one another until Amici got it in his heart that car washing was the most important thing. He was washing cars outside, then he started washing cars that drove down the street, and then he decided that he'd washed all the cars in the neighborhood, and he went over to a couple of other neighborhoods, and he just stopped coming home.
Oh wow! So you're saying that he by following his passion, he neglected his family.
He neglected his family. That's right. And I used to go ahead, talk to him, John Jr.
One time, I had some ketchup on my tricycle, and my dad locked me in my room for a whole 2 days.
Good Lord. Amici, what do you have to say to that? A lot of people look up to you. When they hear this, they might be disturbed.
yeah, I would say ignore all of that. Just focus on me in the new Denzel's movie, watching cars. It's great. You guys are gonna love it. I watched both Denzel's movies.
Be back, folks. And son just like admitted something dire in our film. Plugs his movie instead.
Oh my God.